Alright, time to work on ellipses. So if you look at my Padlet, I have this picture of an eraser, and it's the shape of an ellipse. It is 2 inches wide and 1.5 inches tall in length. So 2 inches width, 1.5 inches length. Alright, so the formula for an ellipse is x minus h squared over a squared plus y minus k squared over b squared is equal to 1. So we are going to go to the other side to look at a graph I made simulating the eraser to see what the h, k, a, and b values are. Okay, the h and k values are the point in the center ellipse, which is where the major axis and minor axis meet in an ellipse. An ellipse has a major and a minor axis. So the minor axis is the vertical axis. It goes up and down from the center to the top, vertically, and then the major goes left, right, horizontal, and they intersect at the center. And if you see here, it forms an invisible triangle in it, and so, but that is where the foci are, 2 points in there, which we will talk about later. But right now, the distance, okay, so the h value is 1 and the k value is 0.75 because that's the center. So the h is the x value of the center and the k is the y value of the center. Okay, so the a value is the distance from the center to the end of the major axis and where it ends, and the b value is the center to the end of the minor axis. So the a value is 1 and the b value is 0.75. The major axis goes from point V1 to point V2, which is 0, 0.75 to 2, 0.75. I also forgot to bring up that this is a horizontal ellipse, which we will talk about why that's important later. And for the graph, 1 unit was supposed to simulate 1 inch for the eraser. Okay, now to doing the ellipse formula. Okay, so we brought this up before, but the standard ellipse formula is x minus h squared over a squared plus y minus k squared over b squared is equal to 1. So the h value is 1, the k value is 0.75, and the a value is 1, and the b value is 0.75. So you just plug those in, and you have your formula for the standard formula for the ellipse right there. X minus 1 squared over 1 squared plus y minus 0.75 squared over 0.75 squared is equal to 1. And make sure if you graph it on Desmos, you put the equal to 1 side, or else it probably won't work. So, back to the foci. The formula for the foci, to find the points of the foci, is, because it's horizontal, it's h, let me get this here, h plus or minus c, k. So the k is the point of the center, that whole line, like the major axis. So to find the foci, we have to find the c value. So the value of c, we find that through the horizontal ellipse formula. We're using the horizontal ellipse formula instead of the vertical, because the way I decided to graph the eraser was horizontal. So the formula for that is a squared is equal to b squared plus c squared. So a squared, so we plug in the a value and the b value. So 1 squared is equal to 0.75 squared plus c squared, because a was 1 and b was 0.75. So subtract 0.75 squared from 1 squared, and 1 squared is just 1, and that is equal to 0.4375. So c squared is equal to 0.4375, so go find the square root of that, and c is equal to 0.4375. And you don't have to worry about plus or minus, because, well, c can't be plus or minus, I mean it can be plus, but it can't be negative in this case. And anyway, for the formula of the foci, it has plus or minus in there. So just worry about getting c is equal to the square root of 0.4375. Okay. So we plug in the c value to the foci. So foci 1 is, because h was 1 minus, so the c value, so square root of 0.4375, and that's the x, and then the y is just 0.75, because that's the k value. And then for foci 2, we add it, and it's 1 plus the square root of 0.4375, 0.75. So on the graph, foci 1 is 0.359, 0.75, and foci 2 is 1.661, 0.75. And you can see, now you can see the triangle. And also, if you see here from the center to, well, either one of the foci, it would work, is you could find the c value. Well, thank you for watching.